In this short video, I'm going to show you how to take on a basic collections matter. On your All Matter screen, you can either right-click and choose Insert, or you can click on the Insert button at the top of your screen to insert a new record. The Inserting a Matter window opens. At this stage, I don't know my client. My client doesn't exist in the address book, so I'm going to need to insert them. I click on the three little dots, which is called the ellipse button to the right of code. And again, I can right-click and insert to insert a new client, or I can click on the Insert button. When you choose your entity, your entity and your type are very important because these are the citations that appear on your party. So we just enter the details for our client. CC. If you've got a trading as name, you can fill it in. The company registration number is obviously very important because that appears on documents. Dear sirs. Okay. You enter all the details that you've got at hand. Okay. If the physical address differs to the postal address, then you need to change it over here. Enter the postal code. Okay, and it's also important to enter in contact details such as your telephone numbers. If you right click and you click on Insert, you can see you can add a number. So if you've got a cell phone number, you add it. Okay. If you've got a fax number, we can add that as well. Email addresses are very important because most of the correspondence these days is done via email. Okay, and also a work number. Right. Because of the entity and type that we've chosen, if you look at the Citations tab on the left, you can see it's important here because this is how your parties are cited on your documentation. Once you're happy with the details you've entered, you click on OK, and you can see it jumps back to the Inserting a Matter screen. LegalSuite automatically allocates a client code based on the first three letters of the party and the next available number. The reference field, this is used in correspondence directed to this party. The fee sheet, that is the fee sheet that the client's going to be charged on. The description of your matter is often the person in collections, the person against whom the action is instituted. So in this case, mine's going to be John Smith. And then you can see that LegalSuite automatically allocates a file reference. ALF5 is your client code. 0001 is the first matter for this client. The matter type is going to be collections. My document set is going to be magistrates court. The document set determines, when you go to assemble documents, the list of documents that appear. For stages, we're going to use general collections. On the accounting tab, your accounting settings need to be filled in correctly, and your collection commission settings. Use default for the matter and use default for the client. Matter collection commission settings, that's what appears in your matter transactions, and debtor, that's what appears on your debtor's account. Invoicing, if you're using our accounting program, this is the format that your accounting invoices will take. On the litigation tab, the type of case, who you're acting for, the court, the status, the fee sheet that your debtor is being charged on, and your claim amount. Now, your claim amount is obviously very important because if you're using MAD or High Court tariff, depending on your claim amount, that determines the tariff that will be used, scale A, B, or C. And also for regional court, if it's a regional court matter, you would choose regional, and then regional court fees would be debited instead of MAD or High. Once you've filled in all the information and you're happy, you click on OK. The program now asks you, do you want to assign a defendant to the matter? We're going to say yes. If your defendant exists in your address book, you choose him. Otherwise, you right-click and insert to insert a new party, or click on the Insert button. It's an adult male. His name is John Smith. As soon as I type in Smith and press Tab, the program picks up that there are existing entries with that surname. And do I want to use an existing entry? No, I don't. I know he doesn't exist, so I just carry on entering his details. An ID number is obviously important for documentation. You can see the program tells me that I'm short on digits. ID type is ID document. Dear Mr. Smith, 43 Highland Road, Durban North, Durban. And in this case, his postal address and his physical address are the same, so I don't need to change them. It's very important that how you capture information in your address book is how it appears on your documents. So if I were to type the address all in uppercase, that's how it would appear in any correspondence address to that party and also on any document. So for example, on the summons, if I type his surname in Smith and his first name in lowercase, that's how it'll appear on my documentation. And you must always remember that if you correct it on a document, the next time you go and you generate something from Legal Suite, those details are going to be incorrect. You must always come back to the address book and fix any spelling mistakes or case issues, because then going forward, it'll fix it in all documentation. Contact details again, we've got an email address, johnsmith@gmail.com. We've got a cell phone number and we've got a work number. You click on OK and your matter now appears on your desktop. As you can see, there's your current debtors balance because that's my claim amount and I haven't set to charge any interest or anything yet. So that is how you insert a basic collections matter.